What's up, Tejas? Today we're just doing a little edit and chill session. So if you got something that you're working on, just got some good vibes, some good music on. We're just gonna be kind of knocking out some work. What up, Dallas? Alright, that should not affect. Let me see, does that affect y'all? Oh, it does affect y'all. So if I just turn this up. I wonder why chat's not working. Chat should be coming through. Y'all do me a favor. Chat, if y'all can send a few chats through, that'll just give me an idea if our chat box is actually working. Because it should be. Oh yeah, there it is. It's just super low. It's like super small. Let me see if I can't fix that real quick. What's up, Ron? Oh, Ron, we just kicking things off. Appreciate that, Tejas. Appreciate that, Dallas. Bro, today we are just working. Today is a work day. What up, Crump Media? Yeah, today we just sitting in the office. We're gonna be working. Today's stream is very kind of chill. If you guys have anything y'all are currently working on, you know, this is a great time to be putting in that extra work, whether that's your demo reel, working on your website. Just want to foster that community to say like, hey, yeah, some days we just got to put in that work. Today's one of those days. Ron says I'm about to start an edit myself. I have like 4 more of these Houston Methodist social medias to finish. Oh yeah. So this stream is all about just locking in good vibes. If you guys have questions, you can definitely throw them in the chat, but I am definitely going to be editing. I'm going to see how much of this I can get done in the next 2.5 hours. Gonna try to do a blitz for the next 2.5 hours. If you guys have any questions, definitely let me know. But I want to do more of these like edit and chill sessions. Crump says, I got a camera buying conundrum where money ain't the issue. So what's the issue? And the people that work at B&H Cinema in person suck. So what's the deal? Let us know. What up, Austin? Bow. Love these edit and chills. What up, Larry? Yeah, I want to do more of these edit and chills. Also, kind of look at them like almost like office hours, because I know people want to reach out and ask me questions, but a lot of times I'd be working. I can't even get back to DMs. But if I'm live, y'all can ask me questions in real time, so I can kind of work and help at the same time. So what are we working on here? Instagram Reels for a realtor. Right now, I'm just chopping out all of her mistakes This realtor makes a lot of mistakes. Like she tends to not be able to land it in one take. All right, he says, I shoot video and pics. Should I buy an A1 or an S12 and an S1R2 or a CD80 and an R52? Buying the lenses ain't the problem. I shoot everything, but also I want to be able to take pics. So the question is, should you go Sony or buy 2 Lumixes or 2 Canons? Oof. Oh man, that's tough. I don't have enough experience with the Lumix. They've told me that they're gonna send me one out to play with, so I'll have better experience. But from what I've heard good things. The only limitation I find with the Lumixes is there's just the lens options are just not really there to fully commit all in yet for photo and for video. So then the question comes down to Sony or Canon. Honestly, if you're looking at those, I would say probably go the Canon C80 and the R5 Mark II. They're going to be a great 1-2 combo for video, and the R5 Mark II ain't gonna miss when it comes to photography. And then Canon also has all the lenses you could possibly ask for. They are going to be expensive, but as you've already said, money ain't an issue. Now, if you're looking at the Sony A1 II, if you're looking for one camera to kind of do it all, nah, dude, I would definitely go Canon C80 R5 Mark II, because I think that's the A1 or S1 II. Yeah, I think I'm recommending you go Canon. Love Lumix, but I'm not sure if they're an all-in system just yet. Absorber says, so I know you got the Raptor after the KX. What is it that made you decide you needed the Raptor? I'm currently missing a full frame, but absolutely love the KX image. Observe, I will tell you, if it was up to me, if the Raptor would have came out after, if I would have known the KX was coming out, I don't think there would have been a chance that I would have ever bought the Raptor, honestly. I would have probably just kept renting it and been happy. The KX is everything that I need on a regular basis, but I had already invested in it. It's been great in full frame work flows, but it's not like a necessity for me. I will say though, when it comes to the Raptor, today I would own a KX and just rent the Raptor as needed. But truth be told, the KX does everything I need it to do. I don't really, like, my Raptor primarily only gets brought out on sets when they specifically are asking for it, and that's because I do a lot of, first of all, my Raptor is a Raptor X, and I do a lot of projects on an LED wall, and so they are specifically looking for the KX and the Raptor X because they work better with LED walls with the global shutter. So that's the main reason why I still rock with the Raptor today, but it's not a necessity for a majority of my projects. B&H workers didn't know shit. B&H workers, they don't want to push you in any one direction because they don't want you to return it and to be their fault. But I also will tell you, they don't really care which one you buy. They're getting paid either way. So they're just like, yeah, dude, whatever you want. Just, spend your money here. Bow. Got it. Austin says, watching you edit while I need to be editing. Bro, still get your edit. Get your edit out. Put me on in the background. Listen to some music. Work while I'm working. Wow. The chat is looking real weird. Let me adjust the chat so it's not falling off the screen. Dallas says, I got a conundrum too. I have a Raptor, C400, C70, and an OG Komodo. Thinking of selling my OG Komodo and the C70 to get a KX or a C80. I'm leaning KX, but the C80 being full frame and matching the C400 has me thinking. It's so tough. I definitely say... I would definitely say sell the OG Komodo. That's an easy one for me. The question becomes if the C400 for run and gun work, if it's too much for you, like as far as like size, build out, that kind of stuff, then I would say yeah, the C80 is probably the go-to. What just happened? There it is. The KX is, I will tell you, bro, if you buy the KX, you're going to take your Raptor out way less often. Like, unless you just need full frame for some reason constantly, bro, the KX will become your daily ride or die. So, yeah, I would probably say I would definitely sell the OG. I would sell the C70. And then if you can get by with the C400, really what it's going to come down to is which one's more annoying to go shoot with, the Raptor or the C400. Whichever one is the more annoying one, then I would buy the little brother of that one. So like if the Raptor is more annoying to shoot with, then I would sell the C70, sell the OG Komodo, and buy a KX. Oh, look at that, new subscriber. And then, but on the flip side, if the C400 is more annoying to shoot with, then I would buy the C80, because you're basically just looking for a smaller version of your bigger cameras that's, you know, more annoying. What's up, Ty? Brad, I hope you're doing good. What project are you editing today? We're doing some realtor, talking to camera, Instagram type stuff. Real basic edits. A lot of the edits that I want to do edits and chill with, I actually can't share publicly until they're done. But this one, this client doesn't care. So I love just going live and just like sort of editing and hanging out with y'all. I want today's edit and chill to be something where you guys can be, you know, possibly working on your own projects, working on your business. And if you guys have questions about your business or questions about really anything you guys got going on, you can definitely sound off in the comments. And I'll be here answering them while I edit. And then hopefully while I'm editing, you guys are getting some work done too. You can just be listening to the music that I got on Spotify. We could really just be chilling out, getting some work done. Kirk says, good to see nobody was canceled after Friday's stream. Off the rails. Hope you're having a great start to your week, Brandon. Appreciate that, Kirk. Nah, man. I wasn't worried about getting canceled. More so worried about having an angry wife when I got home. Bro, I went back and watched the stream myself, and I was like, man, I was wilding. I said some wild stuff. Out of context, that show is diabolical. We were talking about side chicks, all kinds of crazy stuff. Wow, here it is. Krupp says, Brandon, you from Houston, right? You ever heard of this old Houston videographer who had a channel called Heatwave TV? It's from the super early days of YouTube. Nah, I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that one at all. Heatwave TV definitely sounds like it should be in Houston, though. Bro, last night, I think it was like 80-something degrees, like at 11 o'clock at night. When I got done with the gaming stream and I headed to my house, I stepped outside my office and it was like, no joke, like felt like 80 degrees outside. Yeah, Ty, it was definitely a real uncensored episode. Adrian says, this stream really motivates me to work on some stuff too. but it's 11 p.m. and I'm in bed. Bro, what time do you be watching Uncensored on Friday? Where are you based at again, Adrian? I know you be throwing that Ron around. Where are you based again? Dallas says, who you got in tonight's game? Bro, I think that this is Minnesota's time. I really do. I think this is Ant's moment of dominance. I do believe that OKC, I think OKC's got a great shot. I really do. But there's just like moments in time where like, you know, like there was like LeBron's time, or there's like Curry's time, where you just know they can't be stopped. The universe is working for them. That's what it feels like right now for Ant. Like, this is his moment where he becomes a superstar. And I don't see him fumbling that now. Have you ever had an issue with your red control monitoring over the camera Wi-Fi? Kirk, yes, I have. Normally it's an antenna issue from the camera. So if you have like the antennas on those Reds are actually wildly cheap. That sounds terrible, but yeah, they're just not very good antennas. And so they can, like, you know, burn out or get loose or whatever. And so I would definitely probably say, like, you can buy new antennas on Amazon for like crazy, like, affordable rates. So I would definitely consider doing that. Look at getting a new antenna, or get a longer antenna, especially if you're moving your camera much further away from the screen. I've definitely had that happen multiple times while shooting. Ooh, you shorten this up. Something like that. John said, came back up to the office, working on the website while listening, finishing the first draft of my demo reel yesterday. Yo, that's so good, John. I can't wait to see your demo reel. John, do me a favor. Send me a link to your demo reel inside the Creative Film Academy app, and I'll take a look at it and give you some feedback. I was actually looking at Mike's demo reel earlier today. He fixed up his demo reel quite a bit, so it was really good. Adrian said he's in Romania. Oof. Dallas says Wolves in 6. I'm in Minneapolis. This is our time. Yo, well, I don't know about the Vikings, but I'll definitely say this is the Wolves' time. There's very few cities, though, in real talk, that I believe can have multiple teams winning at once. And as like as a Houstonian, you know, we've had the Astros, we've had our ups and downs with the Rockets, and then the Texans always give us a little bit of hope, but never enough to really do anything. But I definitely think this is the Wolves' time. I think y'all have a good shot. Chill says Wolves in 5. Hold it down for the hometown. Bro, y'all got beautiful spring weather? Bro, it's just straight hot out here. It just feels like straight garbage in Houston right now. It's so hot, it's ridiculous. One done. So I have a question for y'all. When y'all have like multiple deliverables, do y'all like to like finish a whole project all the way through? Because I can't do that. I don't know if it's just like, well, I found like it's harder for me to do that. So like, for example, she's got 3 like talking videos. And so instead of like putting music and all that stuff, like the first thing I'm gonna do is just go through all 3 and literally just like cut them together and get rid of all the extra stuff. And then I do music on all 3 at the same time. And then I also will do, then I'll go through and like adjust like exposure and color on all of them at the same time. Like I have to do them in waves because I feel like if I just do one project all the way through, by the time I'm done with it, I'm like burnt out. But if I do it this way, it's like I get little senses of accomplishment and I feel like I'm moving on because I'm like jumping from one project to another project to another project. I don't know if y'all can relate to that. It's like 45 degrees. Good night. That's actually cold. That might be too cold. 70 degrees in New York. Wow. What up, Donnie? Bro, I haven't seen you in a while, Donnie. How you been? Hopefully you've been good, man. Yeah, I finally caught alive again. Yeah, man. You've been busy, I guess. I haven't seen you in a bit. Oh, Ty, Ty, you're in New York? Bro, me and Jarrell are thinking about doing like a 1-day trip to New York for Build, for B&H. So if you're in the area, hit me up if you can be there. I know New York's a big city. I think we're gonna come in for the first day. Literally, we're gonna fly in, go straight to the Build Expo, do the expo, and then we're gonna dip right out. We're gonna fly out that same night, just so we can do like a live stream from the floor. So Ty, if you're gonna be out there, let me know. Michael says, I swear I don't get these notifications when you go live. Bro, you're not the only person to tell me that. And so like, I've been looking at, there's like these software out there where like you can send text messages to people. And so people like text you and then they text your number. I did it like a long time ago, but I've been literally thinking about signing up for that software just so we can text people and let them know like when we're going live. Cause you're not the only person to tell me that. Donnie, you've been grinding. What you been working on? What's up, Ezreal? Just started lunch, taking a break from packing and need a YouTube break. Well, Ezra, we're working over here right now. We are, right now I'm just kind of going through and chopping down these videos. Just chop it down, chop it down. Krupp, I don't think you have to leave Canon. I mean, even me, I'm not happy with how much like Canon glass I'm stuck with, but like, bro, to a certain extent, I'll never sell everything I got Canon. Cause like I got small stuff that's Canon. Like this camera right here, this is the Canon R7. What is this? Yeah, this is the Canon R7. And it's just like one of my cameras that I use for live streaming. All right, let's delete that one. Sweet tea, lemonade. What's your cup? What's in your cup? Oh, bro, right now this is a Coke. I know when you go to Cane's, you're definitely supposed to get the lemonade, but I needed a little bit of caffeine and didn't want to drink. I didn't want to drink a Red Bull because I had coffee this morning, and some days I'd be drinking like coffee, a Red Bull, sometimes 2 Red Bulls, and it's becoming an issue. So I'm trying to ease back, but I'm not great at it. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I'm actually good at cutting back on caffeine. Is the client in the video or something? Is this client sent in the video or something you shot vertically? Something that was shot vertically. It was shot vertically and sent in. I'm getting to a place where, like, with some of these like real estate clients, I don't really want to shoot them anymore. So sometimes I'll have other people shoot for me. I don't need a Ronin for. I didn't shoot this part, but I did shoot the house tour part. Like, so like you guys can see like these clips that are in log. I shot some of this stuff here, but I had an assistant come out who I'm training to shoot for me. I don't need a Ronin 4D, right? Stop watching. I should stop watching videos. Bro, the Ronin 4D, me and Jarrell, I mean, we talk about that camera. That's probably one of the weirdest cameras that we talk about, like actually buying, because it is so good. So don't get me started, because we'll both be out a bunch of money. I feel like we'd be a bad influence on each other. I just realized the chat is going over the camera. Let me at least fix that. There we go. What up, Logan? All right. Oh, that's a weird frozen face. Donnie says, graduation kept me busy with portraits, but me and my daughter have been taking on weddings. She's new to it, but I'll teach her everything I know. Oh, dude, that's so awesome. My son is actually going to come work for me this summer. My oldest one. He's turning 13 in July, which is crazy. But he's been wanting to learn how to edit. And so he's been editing already a little bit. So he's going to come work with me over the weekend. Over the summer. And then my brother is actually going to start working for me this Friday too. So turning this, I used to hire out a bunch of like freelancers, and now it's funny. I got a lot of family now who wants to get into the business. So we'll have a little extension, a little family business. Ty, we not on no red solo cups yet. That's for like after I'm done editing. Bro, I cannot drink and edit. I can't. I can drink and game, but definitely not edit. Just found a dead pixel in my Sigma BF. What? Bro, that's wild. You just got that. That's crazy. Dallas says, I've got a Ronin 4D. It's not the end-all be-all camera, but it is unreal how much. Bro, it's so, yeah, I know it's not the end-all be-all, but it's got a lot of things going for it. I love it, but I can't unsee the pixel. Good luck on the info, real talk. Oh, good looks on the info. Yo, of course. Bro, Logan, I'd be pissed. I was really impressed with the Ronin 4D. Obviously, it has a specific use case. Yeah, Ecamm layer stuff up. So clutch. Easy to switch things around. Bro, Ecamm is legit. Actually, tomorrow I'm speaking. Ecamm's doing this webinar thing. They got it going on today, tomorrow, and Thursday. And I'm speaking tomorrow at 1 o'clock-ish time period. Talking about gear, you know, same stuff. They love it when I talk about gear. Their audience also loves it when I talk about gear. And then I'm teaching on their platform on Thursday still. So I'm doing a lot with Ecamm lately. Imagine you shot this in open gate though. Bro, that's the only thing I think right now that could make me want to pick up a Lumix over like anything else, because like every camera makes a good image. Like every camera makes a good image, so like it's now like, what does the camera actually offer? So if it's like open gate, something I really start to really love, then yeah, that could definitely be it. But I'm still waiting on, somebody said in the chat on Friday, the camera that comes with full edited videos, like AI in the video, AI in the camera that actually edits it. Because bro, I'm telling y'all, if there was an AI editor that could take care of this mess for me, dunzo. Inara says Lumix really is playing smart and listening to people. Bro, so I'll tell you, I've talked to people at Sony, I've talked to people at Nikon, and even back in the day when Red was, you know, just Red, not Nikon. When you have a smaller company with a smaller footprint, you can just listen to your customers and you can move faster because you're more nimble. And if you make a big swing and you miss, I mean, you already weren't winning already. So it's like you have more flexibility. But bro, like these bigger companies like Sony and Nikon and Canon, they can't make those type of big swings, because if they do and they miss, bro, it's gonna cost them so much more. Logan says, no way Sony doesn't add it in their next round, though. I don't think so. I don't know. I would like to say they would. I would like to think that Sony would do it, but if it doesn't like hit the bigger market for them, I don't know if they're gonna do it. Like if they can't sell it to TikTokers, I don't see them doing it. Every time I shoot vertical, I regret it months or years later when I want to mix it with horizontal. Well, if I'm shooting for a client, I don't care. I genuinely don't care. I just do whatever the client asks for. My creativity is what I put on YouTube and in my own projects. But I totally understand. Yeah, if you shoot some, like if I'm going to pick up my camera and go shoot something, I'm going to 90% of the time, I'm just going to shoot it horizontally unless I know I'm specifically shooting to create a reel, which then means it won't be used like in my demo reel or anywhere else. Their partnership with Ari could be crazy if they continue to work closely. Yeah, that would be crazy. If we get a box style Lumix that shoots with like has some integration with Ari and comes in around like $4,000, that would swing the door wide open. The problem that Lumix has is they don't have a professional cinema camera, which means like you don't have a place to graduate. Even if you are shooting mirrorless and you want to get to cinema, you have nowhere to go. It's the same problem Nikon had, which is why they ultimately bought Red, because they needed a professional video system for people to upgrade to, because you can't tote that we care about video, but then you don't have like a dedicated professional pro body video camera. Sony has it, Canon has it, Nikon now has it. If Lumix wants to get into the game, they either need to work with Ari, buy Blackmagic, or do something. Lately I just want to wait till last possible minute, then stay up all night and finish them. Yeah. Sorry if I miss some of y'all's comments. I'm working at the same time, so if I miss it, just throw it in the chat again. I have like a little screen down here where I can see y'all's comments, but they are kind of running away from me. Lumix always struggles until their proper ladder professional bodies. Without a ladder, they'll always be stuck in the prosumer space. That's the same thing I said about Nikon. Nikon had a terrible product ladder, but they seem to be fixing it. So I think Lumix could do the same thing. What do you think are the best niches for videographers in 2025? All right, so when it comes to niches, the way I say is, one, you kind of have to look at what is your personal advantage. So like, what are you naturally good at? And then the other thing I would say is look at like what industries are thriving in your area, and then find industries that you can serve a lot of people, right? So like, if it's like, for me, I like real estate because in Houston there's just a ton of them, and there's also a lot of real estate business in general. So like, the business of real estate is really good here. Oil and gas is really good here. Healthcare is really good here. So I would say look at your area and figure out what works really well in your area. And then I like something where I can sell to a lot of people very easily. So if I run an ad, I can target a lot of people. But if you're trying to get into a niche that just doesn't have a whole lot of business behind it in your area, it's just gonna be tougher because you just have less fish in the pond. Yeah, Logan, I agree with you. If they don't have like the aspirational product, eventually you're kind of setting yourself up for failure. Like, I think that's one thing that Fuji's trying to fix right now with their new cinema camera. How many jobs have you gotten because clients know you have the red? Oh, I don't know, dude. I can't keep track. I mean, a good amount, but it's not really even clients. It's mostly like productions. Like, the productions require that we shoot it on a red. But it's not like one of those things that, like, when you buy a red, everybody's just like, oh my gosh, you have a red, let me hire you. That doesn't happen. If anything, some production companies go, oh, we don't want to pay that rate. Boom. So you'd be surprised how little having a red helps. But then when you do get hired, it's like, we're hiring you specifically because you have the red, because only this job could only be done on a red. But I'm also in Houston. So if I was, you know, in probably some other areas, it'd probably be a little different. Tell me why I'm looking at a Vericam. Oh my gosh. Dallas, stop. Dallas, knock it off. Bow. What is all this? How did I not delete all this? What's up, Giovanni? Dolapo, have you ever gotten a client who previously worked with a peer they were unsatisfied with for whatever reason? Whew. Yeah, it was awkward, bro. It was so awkward. They booked me. I got out on the job, and we were working. You know, I was doing my thing. One of my skill sets is directing. And they were like, oh my gosh, this is so helpful. The last videographer I worked with, he was late and then he never talked to me. And he just kind of pointed at the camera and expected me to do everything. And I was like, oh, that's crazy. And he was like, yeah, I mean, his work was good, but blah, blah, blah. He was just like dog crapping all over this past videographer. And then I was like, and he was like, let me show you, because maybe you know him. And he pulled it up and it was legit a homie of mine. We're not that close anymore, but man, oh, that was so awkward. He was like, do you know him? And I was like, I've seen his stuff. That felt so weird. It was so bad. And then I felt kind of guilty because I was like, dang, did I just steal my homie's client? So then I hit him up and I was like, yo, have you ever shot with? And I told him who the client was. And he was like, oh yeah, dude, he's terrible. He never pays on time, blah, blah, blah. And so he started talking bad about the client. And so then I was like, all right, something's off here. Long story short, most of the things he said about the client was right. But I will say he did pay me on time. But then like he was like super flaky and like then he wanted to book again, but then his schedule was all jacked up. So I ended up never shooting with that client again. So kind of dodged that bullet. But bro, that was an awkward situation for sure. Do you honestly believe that Canon will ever release an RF mount from the death hole? Larry, I don't know. What up, Brandon? Any tips from breaking into another market? I'm in Toledo, Ohio, 45 minutes from Detroit, and wanting to break into there because also a lot of narrative stuff is happening there. I would say just start networking. If you're trying to become like a day warrior or hop on set, then yeah, I would say definitely just start going to networking events, going to events that they're hosting there, start trying to get connected in with other creators, that kind of thing. Logan says, I have a Q3. Trust me, I've been tempted. Let's see. Let's see, guys. Do you guys think this is a spam call? Let's find out. Yep, spam call. Y'all, I just get hit with spam calls nonstop. Oh, Giovanni said spec oh, if you're talking about like a new industry, yeah, do spec projects. But if you're talking about like entering into like a new city, like a new market, like a new city market, then I would definitely start networking if you're trying to do like films with people in that area. But if you're trying to get clients in that area, bro, just start reaching out. Like there's so many businesses that I thought were like, you know, Houston-based businesses. And then when I started like traveling around like Texas and going into Austin and going into San Antonio, I just learned that they were actually marketing in all these different cities, which is wild. All right. My pie in the sky reveals that the ZR is they announce any open mount starting with Sigma. My pie in the sky reveal for the ZR is they announce an open mount starting with Sigma. What's yours, bro? I really hope the Nikon ZR, Nikon Red collaboration camera. Gosh, that's like, I hope that's real. I really hope it's real. Thanks, Larry. I appreciate it, brother. Take it easy. Will there be another on-set live soon? Actually, there's a plan to do one next week. Next Monday and Tuesday I'm gonna be on set, and then the following Saturday the 31st, we are supposed to be doing an on-set live with Justin Porter. He's shooting a wedding out here, and we're basically gonna follow him around. So there might be 3 on-set lives next week. But the one that we're doing next Monday and Tuesday, I'm directing the project. So yeah, I'm gonna be working that. Logan said he's got to have y'all setting up verb polls. Donnie said, have you ever tried an email campaign? Any luck? If so. No, I don't do email campaigns. No, that's not really been my thing. I'm more so a ads. I run ads. I'll do direct messaging, like do like DMs and stuff. I will go to other, this is sort of like one of my insider secrets, but like instead of going directly to the clients, I go to the person above the clients, if that makes sense. So like in the wedding space, for example, instead of looking for brides and grooms, I would go after venues, and then the venues would help me to get the brides and the grooms. I just do that, but in different markets. Oh, Ron, that's cool to know. If you're free on next week, I will definitely keep you in mind. Kirk says Saturday's Live with Porter is a must-watch content. Is that on delay? Saturday's Live with Porter is must-watch content. Is that on delay? Dude, Saturday's gonna be wild. I don't know what's gonna happen. We're at a person's actual wedding. It's gonna be insane. I'm a little nervous. Somebody's gonna get mad. Have you ever thought of getting a Discord together? I may be down to help mod. I don't know anything about Discord, Dallas. I've signed up for a few of them to like get discounts on stuff, but like I don't know how to really use them. So like if you want to, Dallas, actually, if you want to hit me up, we can definitely talk about it. If y'all want to do a Discord, then we'll do a Discord. I do have my own app, which is the Creative Fam Academy. You can download it in the Apple App Store. I'm trying to get it back up on the Google Play Store. Google changed a bunch of their stuff, so it got taken down, but I'm working on getting it back up. So we have our own community there too. So yeah, but Dallas, if you're down to help mod, I would love that. Giovanni says, I'm free next week. Just gotta fly down and put me up. Yeah, Giovanni, this is probably not that type of project. We're not flying in crew for this. All local. Uncensored with Justin Porter. Dude, Lord, please watch over that wedding. Yeah, bro. That wedding. I'm a little nervous with how we're gonna act. I mean, I've never been to a wedding with Justin Porter. So working Justin is not probably the same as like, you know, social media Justin. So I'm also kind of interested to see how he is. I'm editing this video and the uhs and ums are killing me. Yeah, bro, that's why I just be cutting them out. Man, I did this video for a client and this woman could not phrase a whole sentence, so I'm like cutting pieces and like rearranging sentences and stuff. And then when it was all said and done, homegirl was like, she was like, oh, is there any way we can change this part up? I don't like how I said this. And I was like, you didn't say that. I was like, you didn't say that at all. I had to make you say that. I was like, so either you cut the whole thing out or nothing. Cause I was like, you didn't say anything. Obviously I said it way more respectful than that, but bro, like in a real way, I was like, you didn't say anything. Sig says, thought you were a Premiere guy? No, definitely not a Premiere guy. Last thing I am a Premiere guy. I'll do some work in DaVinci, but for like fast social media stuff, Final Cut. Longer, you know, pretty projects, we'll do those in DaVinci. And then I had a call today with a colorist, so really excited about that. But nah, dude, definitely not Premiere. I'm not paying Adobe any more than I already have to every month. They already charged me $20 a month for Lightroom and Photoshop, and I'm mad about that. Ooh, somebody's commenting inside of the Creative Film Academy app right now. John, here's the link to the draft demo. Y'all, like, this is one of the things I love about, so the Creative Film Academy app, at least for our people in our mentorship program, is I get the notifications right here on my phone. So like literally John just sent me a message and like I can go in and like I can direct message him like right here. I'll check out your demo reel in just a bit, John. Let me finish knocking out these edits, and then I'll check it out and give you some feedback on it. Okay. Project. Took me a while to figure out. No worries on timing though. Oh, no problem, John. Yeah, so John is in the chat right now, and then he just messaged me inside of the Creative Film Academy app. Logan says they've broken everything into 2 subs, one without an AI and one that includes all the AI features I've gotten used to. Wait, are you talking about Adobe? No way. Adobe raised all their prices and now you got to pay more for the AI features? Bro, that's so stupid. Ron says, I wish I could clone my client's voice and could fix the audio on edits with AI, but I'm not sure they'd be cool with an AI company having their voice info. You could try Descript. I mean, Descript would do it, but yeah, you're right. They may not be happy, but it doesn't hurt to ask. I need to get out of Adobe. I have a couple clients that have to work with their teams. Every time I leave Adobe, that client comes knocking. Bro, I had a similar situation. I had a client who wanted me to edit their stuff in Adobe, and I just told him point blank, I was like, look, I'm going to edit it in Final Cut, and then I will send you an XML file with the timeline in it. So that way, if you want to make any adjustments, you want to do any color, you want to change anything, I can totally do that for you. But I'm going to edit in Final Cut, and I'm going to export it out in XML file. Because, like, you can totally do that here. Like, I can hit this little button here. I can say add destination. And then, where is it? I said I could do it. Now I can't do it. I've done it before. Oh, wait. No, it's not there. File. Export XML right here. So I can export an XML file, and then literally the timeline is exactly the same, and it works. Like, it's so dope. So yeah, I would totally do that. Marco, what does your retainer packages look like for realtors? So normally it is a flat fee. I go out, we plan 10 reels, which you normally include like home tours and then talking head videos like this. And then we normally will go to either one of their listings, or we will go to like a model home park area, and then we'll just shoot 10 pieces of content, and we sort of plan out those pieces of content ahead of time. So we hop on a call, talk about what they want to achieve with the next shoot. We plan out the videos, we look through Instagram, find what's trending, all that kind of stuff. Then we go out, we shoot it, I edit it up, I send it off to them, and then they have their own social media person who posts it. I do not post. I tried that once, actually, for this realtor. I did her posting for about a year, and I hated it. Absolutely hated it. Very time consuming. So now I don't do that anymore. Would you charge more to send them an XML? No, I wouldn't. I mean, now if the client, Dallas was talking about, he has a client who specifically, who wanted him to edit in Premiere for, whatever reason. I'm assuming that's like a production company, because like a business shouldn't care what you edit in. But if it's like a production company that wants you to edit in Premiere because they want the ability to make adjustments and stuff, that's why. So you're already giving them the project files at that point. So an XML is actually easier than project files, because it's just literally the edits, no plugins, none of that extra stuff. Oh, of course, Marco. Anytime you guys have questions and I'm live, definitely don't hesitate to throw them up. That was cool to watch you play COD last night. I never have time to play anymore, bro. It's so we're not gamers, but I just love to, at least once a week turn my brain off, especially with kids and life and family and all that stuff. So bro, if you want to download COD, I need to download Warfare. That's what Jarrell said we want to play next week. So I think I'm gonna download Warfare onto my PlayStation. The goal is that y'all play with us. So I think we played with like 5 people last week, or yesterday. The last time we played, I think it was like almost 10 of us. It was pretty cool. We ended up having like, we could only play 10 on 10s, but dude, those were some fun games. All right, I know this call says potential spam. Bro, all day I get nonstop freaking spam calls. It's so annoying. Problem is like, I don't want to say that publicly, but yeah, I just get nonstop calls. It's really stupid. I don't know if everybody else gets spam calls like this. Bro, seriously? And like back-to-back spam calls? So annoying. Ron says I don't have PlayStation money. I usually charge for XMLs, otherwise I can't charge for revisions down the line. It's also a one-of-one. Look at how organized my timeline, which feels personal to me. I don't know. I mean, I guess when I'm working with a production company, like I'm being hired. I mean, the only time I give away like an XML or with like or an edit is if I'm working as the editor for a production company. So that's already part of the process. I would never give it to a client. No, I never give that to a client. But if I'm being hired on to assist with like edits, then yeah, that's just part of the process. Because I'm also probably not the only person doing the edit. Like I'm doing the edit, somebody else is doing the coloring, somebody else is, exporting out everything. Someone else might be doing graphics. So like, I'm not going to be the only person that's touching the edit. That's the only time I can see that being a necessity. I would never give an XML to a client. Mark says, man, I played like trash night. Bro, we walked out with a dub, and that's all that matters. Dallas says, yo, I'll join Warzone. You might not want to be in my lobby, though. Bro, it's all good. What's good, Charles? The spam calls are out of control. Bro, it's so bad. So you put your information out there for healthcare, marketplace things, ruin your phones for months. Bro, my problem is taxes. Bro, after I did my taxes this year, I did my taxes, and then, what was the other one? I feel like when I had to like update my stuff for voting this year or last election. And bro, like the way I was getting like political phone calls nonstop, and then I'm pretty sure like when it's not, like they take that information and they go sell it too. So like I don't know who all has sold my number off to what call list, but like what's annoying is like now they even call with like 281 area codes, which is like Houston area codes. And so like I'm always worried that like, oh, it's my kid's school, or it's my kid's doctor or something like that, some number I don't have in my phone. Wild. Omni says, since there's a little drama about the S12 release, and I feel the S12 is targeted to a different shooter than the FX3, do you think anamorphic will be relevant in corporate client work? No, anamorphic is not. I mean, I I don't want to say no like definitively, but like most clients just want a clean image. Yeah, I mean, Logan, yeah, that's why I said I don't want to be definitive and say that brands or corporate work can't do anamorphic, but I don't think it's enough to like financially be like, oh, I'm buying anamorphic lenses for corporate work. I feel like it'd be so, unless you have like a very specific style and that's what you're being hired for, Cam Mackey. Genuinely, I think that like most people can be okay with a good set of spherical lenses. You'll do really well, and like I'm speaking from a perspective of, for me, shooting video is a job. I do it as a hobby as well, but it's a job first. And so my brain goes like, okay, financially, is this a good investment in my video business? Because I don't just make YouTube videos. So like I have to think about it from like a corporate kind of mindset. And so that's where I say like, nah, probably not, but who knows? The trend might pick up. Corporate companies might start wanting it, and then if they do, then yeah. But right now, I think you could probably just rent a set of Remuses. I wonder how much you can rent a set of Remuses for right now. Let's see. Let's go to Lens Pro to go. Let's type in. Oh, man, I don't want to sign up for an email list. All right, you can rent the full set of Remus cinema lenses for $175 for 4 days, y'all. So like, that's so good. Like you could just rent them, use them for the project if the client wants it, and then keep it pushing. And if you want to buy it, then you just buy it for yourself. Charles, yes, I'm working on another. This is one of my real estate clients where I do the edits because it's easy. Like I'll take on easy stuff. I don't want to take on hard stuff. I don't want to take on stuff that's going to take up a lot of my time. Can't wait to hear ad agencies require anamorphic in the deck, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, if that becomes a deal, then you just rent it at that point. Or if they're paying you enough, then you buy them because you want them. You know, it's okay to buy stuff just because you want it. Shoot, most of the gear in my office I own because I just wanted it. Like, I bought so much stuff for live streaming in the last year just because I want it. Like, I like live streaming, so I bought so much stuff. A lot of bad stuff too, but you know, buy because you want it. But just know that's why you're buying it. But if you're buying it for clients, then you got to be thinking rationally. Doing a few little J cuts. What are your best and worst live streaming purchases? Be brutal. Okay, so this one's just kind of like on the top of my mind right now. I recently just bought the Streamer X from Rode, and this sucker is a dud out of the box. Such a pain in the ass. So Rode just came out with a new software called Rode. What's it freaking called? It's like brand new. It's so annoying too. So it's called Rodecaster. So they had the Rode Central app, which is like what I use to control all of my audio devices, like my Rodecaster Pro and Rodecaster Duo. And then with the Streamer X, I bought it so I could use it as like a capture card for like my video games, but then it can also like connect audio. It's supposed to be like perfect, does everything you want it to do. The only thing it doesn't do is it doesn't freaking update. So like when I bought it, like they're on software version 1.09. When I bought it, it's on software 1.01. And so I like uploaded it, I connected it to the software. First it tells me it needs to update to Rode Central. I need to update my Rode Central. I update Rode Central, and then it's like, oh, Rode Central now no longer supports Streamer X. Now you got to use the Rodecaster app. So I go download the Rodecaster app, get that up and running, and then I plug in the Streamer X, and then it just constantly fails. Like it just won't update the program. And if the program isn't updated, then it literally can't, like, I can't go into the software and route the audio the way I need it to work. So literally right now, it is just a paperweight to me. It is absolutely useless. So I bought it on Amazon. I'm going to take it and basically just return it. I went on a bunch of forums and websites, and apparently a lot of people have had this exact same issue. Stance on this right now is return the unit. That's literally what they said. Like 3 different people in a forum had the exact same problem. They went through all the troubleshooting with each of them, and they were like, can you still return it? Is it still within your return policy? Because they don't even want to have to send you out a new one. They're like, just send it back to B&H or Amazon or wherever you bought it. So right now, that's really pissing me off. That's probably like one of the worst purchases I bought, just from the sake of like, it's not doing what it's supposed to do. One of the best purchases I've ever made, is probably the Mac Mini. The Mac Mini is what I stream from in my other computer. It was only like $599 or $500 or whatever it is. It's like super inexpensive. But like for a Mac Mini to be so inexpensive and to be able to do streaming is wild. Last night we streamed for like 3 hours. I did have to use my Elgato capture card, but I was streaming, playing PlayStation last night, 4K streaming, low latency with the computer, playing on the PlayStation, no issues whatsoever. So the Mac Mini, the base model Mac Mini, is super clutch if you're looking for like a streaming computer. Only problem is it has like almost no internal storage, so you are going to need to hook up a hard drive if you want to record anything. Later, Kirk. Enjoy the rest of your day, buddy. Dallas says, I have a Greatjoy anamorphic adapter. Was Greatjoy, was that who Blazar was? What was Blazar's name before they were Blazar? I know they weren't always Blazar. They were somebody else. Burn it, put it in the box, and return it. No, man, it's so frustrating when you like buy something expecting it to work and then you get it and it just like flat out just doesn't do what it says it's supposed to do. Cause it's like, what are we like the process of like the headache of like returning it and then trying to buy another one. Like you return it and then you gotta wait for your money to come back, or just buy another one. So now you're out double until your first one gets returned properly. And then it's just a hassle. And then like, I'm kind of like on the fence of like, man, what if I buy another one and it has the exact same problem and I got to go through this whole deal again? So yeah, it's kind of a giant pain in the ass right now. Mantis are up for pre-order. Please tell me to just rent it if I need it. Bro, just honestly, just rent them. I mean, I understand the desire to own a set of anamorphics. I mean, that's why I bought the Remuses. But like, bro, by the time you put in your pre-order for the Mantis, they do come in and you're happy with them. I'm sure Kamaki's gonna tell you that another one is coming out soon. So, bro, just be happy with what you got. Rent what you need. What I would say is, because this is what I did, was rent them, and then if you really love them after you rent them and you want to shoot with them again, then buy them. Because sometimes it's just that like you want to play with them, and the only way you think to play with them is to buy them. And sometimes you can just rent them for like a few days, like 4 or 5 days, and sort of get it out of your system. You know, shoot some stuff, get it out of your system. You'll realize how easy it is to rent it when you need it. But if you think it's something that you'll use on a regular basis, then yeah, go ahead and pick them up. But definitely I would say rent them first. But or you could just, you know, if you are gonna order them, put them on like a Paybu card or something like that, where you ain't gotta pay that cash up front, and you can just wait. Because I mean, between tariffs and everything else, bro, I don't know when those lenses will actually ship out. Fortitude. How do you like those nano primes? If you're talking about the Zeiss nano primes, dude, I love them. I'm almost done with that YouTube video. Not quite there yet, but I'm almost done with that YouTube video, and that one is I think that one's gonna be pretty sick. But yeah, those they're really solid. All right. I don't even remember what I did. She nailed that in one take. Oh no, she didn't. I just realized she nailed it in 4 takes. Boom, 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 boom. All right, which house was that? Yes, this house. Ooh, nope, that's the wrong one. Wrong slider. Yeah, Great Joy. I think that was it. Ron says I picked up the DZO Vespits because I already knew I liked the look of them. They've been great. Yeah, but the Vespits are spherical lenses. I'm pretty sure. If only I didn't know the 12K Pixis was coming, I'd buy the 6K. Yeah. Ty says, what camera and lens did you use on the project you were editing? Sorry if it was asked previously. Oh no, this is all R3. This is the 35, I'm pretty sure, and then the rest of this is all on the Laowa 10mm. Oh, funny enough, Cam just released a video, I think, for the Blazar pre-orders. That's so funny. I don't know, Joseph, I don't know if I'm switching to Lumix, but I definitely want to shoot on it. I'll tell you that much. I mean, I'm not ashamed. I don't care. None of these companies pay me. I keep it a buck with y'all. And if Lumix did try to pay me, I'm not saying I would say no to the money, but I will say, like, if they did try to pay me, I would definitely tell y'all. Yo, I just ordered the Lawa 10. Let me find out. Stomping with the I think it's supposed to be big dogs, bro. The Lawa 10 is such a good lens. The only thing you got to worry about is if you use an ND filter on it, it does vignette like quite a bit. Like I have the Peter McKinnon variable ND, and bro, that thing vignettes it. Like even for these shots outside, I ended up just like cranking the aperture closed, because the last time I shot with it, I was seeing like in these like corners, I was seeing like heavy vignetting from the variable ND. So you might want to go, if you are going to use a variable ND. I haven't tried this, but what I was thinking about doing was ordering a variable ND, but that's a 86 millimeter, and then doing a step up ring to getting up, so that way it's like literally a larger variable ND, because at the edges I think we're vignetting the variable ND because I was getting so close to the edge. If that makes sense. Ron says, you see the new Nisi variable ND? Yeah, I have. They actually had it at NAB, so I got a chance to see it in person. It's really, really solid. So I think that's probably the route that I would go at this point. I think the best variable ND I have seen is probably the Nisi. Tiffin's been pretty bad for a while. Polar Pro makes really good ones, but the Nisi is probably the best one I've seen so far. What's up, Australia in the building? I'm in the market for V&Ds right now. Are those the true colors? Let me look up. Yeah, so the True Color is the brand that they're talking, that's what they call it. Let me make sure though, because they have the magnetic ones. I'm trying to see what that one's called, because that's the specific one that we looked at. See, Discover, circular filters. What is it called? No, there's like a, let me see, Nisi. Jet Mags. That's what they're called. They're the Nisi Jet Mag Pros. Dang, those are a little pricey. I didn't realize they were that pricey, y'all. But I mean, I guess you gotta pay for the best, right? But yeah, the Nisi Jet Mag system, pretty dang solid. So they're a little costly. Yeah, they're the Jet Mags. Yeah, Logan. What up, Mike? Yo, Mike, did you go to bed last night after we finished playing, or did you stay up and get a few more rounds in? APC Photography, what's up, bro? Haven't seen your editing sessions before. Oh yeah, I've done a few of them now. This is sort of we just be chilling, you know, just a real chill vibe setup. Right now I'm just editing some real estate content. So the first thing I do when I edit real estate is I just get the clips, like just try to trim off, because I like to start on motion, end on motion. So a little wraparound. And so I'm just looking for like where I tried to pull off the same shot twice. What did I do here? Y'all ever shoot stuff and then forget why you made some of the creative decisions you made? That's genuinely where I'm at right now. I'm like, what the hell was I thinking? Oops. This is me trying to be all creative. Bro, I've shot so many houses at this point that like shooting real estate kind of is a little boring. So every now and again I decide to get a little creative with what I'm doing. That shot is super shaky. If you guys want to see how good you are at working a gimbal, play your clips back in double speed. Because every little mistake you made will be magnified. Oh, dang. I didn't realize the chat kept going. When's your next music stream? I got some fire for you. Dude, I don't know, but I really enjoyed that last music stream. I think I'm gonna do some more. All right, let's see what we got. So you come down, forward. And I think I'm gonna end it with this one. Probably put this somewhere in the middle. Like that. And then let's see if I got a drone shot of that house. Should have. I did not grab that house. All right, let's figure out how we want to end this video. Gabriel says, I need to know if the hype is real on the S1 too. I'm also too invested in RF and L mount. Doesn't look great. Seems like very few OIS options. E mount is tempting. Bro, I'm gonna let you know. I'll let you know really soon. Alberto, is real estate content your main source of income? No, it's just the only type of, I won't say no. It's I have a lot of I have like 2 really solid retainers in it, so it's like a good amount, but it's just easy. It's easy for me to edit. The bigger commercial stuff, I would rather pass that stuff off. So if I'm gonna do the editing, it's typically for my real estate clients. Ty says, why did I shoot this? Bro, happens to me all the time. Brandon got that gimbal rolling for no reason other than he's bored. Yep. Oh, Tyrese, bro, we were just talking about you. We were just talking about doing some music content or doing some more music live streams. He said, try being 6'3", 250 pounds, plus trying to keep a gimbal perfect ninja walk. Even looks like a gorilla walk at times. Bro, so true. I'm not that big, but bro, the ninja walk, sometimes I just be lazy. I'm like, man, I hope that, stabilization will do some magic in post. FX2 makes no sense to me. I just want an A7 V to drop. Yeah, I don't get it. I really don't. I genuinely don't understand the FX2 at all. It seems a little. It just seems like a miss. Like, I mean, I understand the logic behind it because it's like, yo, we got sensors to move. Let's move some sensors, but like in a very real way, you're just gonna piss off your customer base. And when you piss off your customer base, that's when they start looking for other options. No garden. No, I do not bring out the Komodo. Not only do they not pay enough for me to want to bring out the Komodo and deal with the red files, but also I want a full frame sensor. So I use my R3 and a Laowa 10 millimeter, and I use the Canon 35 millimeter for like shots like this, where the realtor's like talking to camera. Sometimes I will shoot with the realtor on a 10 like this. But that's mostly because I'm showing off the space and the realtor just happens to be in the space. But if I want to focus on the realtor, then I'll shoot with the 35 like what you see here. Ooh, y'all, look at that transition. Y'all see that? That's two different shots. Tell me why that looked like I did that. Whoop! Look at that, bro. That looked fire. I'm glad that worked out. Logan said that cropped 4K 60 is gonna feel bad in a cinema body though. Bro, I don't know, man. They're making some wild decisions. I mean, I get it, but like, I mean, I'm fine with a Super 35 sensor. Like I told y'all, like I like the Komodo. Like the Komodo X will get most of what I want done. I'm fine with it. But man, if you have a full frame sensor and then you're telling me you're gonna crop it at 4K 60, it just reveals the limitations of the processor. So it is a little tough. Yeah. APC photography, like I totally understand what you're saying. The crop isn't a big deal since you work with the C70 and the Komodos and the Blackmagic 6K. My issue is the same thing that Logan's talking about, is that like when you're shooting in one mode and you have a certain lens on there and then you just want to switch up to 4K 60, now you have to like either switch lenses or know that you're going to be cropping in the middle of that. And it's not that it's like the end of the world. It's just more of an inconvenience. So we'll see. He says, knowing Sony, they will do a firmware update that makes 4K 60 full frame and 120 frames Super 35. Bro, just do that out the gate. Don't even wait for it. Like that doesn't even make sense to me. Like I just feel like at that point, don't even do it, you know? All right, let's see. All right, let's see if we can do another one of these. Speed. Bow. That one is not nearly as smooth. We need to make some adjustments. Let's do that. There we go. So much better. Hey, what's up, kid? I'm up in my office right now. Let me call you, brother. Okay. Is it raining or something, or is it just hot? Oh, it is raining? Oh, shoot. I didn't realize that. What time are you gonna be there? Oh, shoot. Okay. You good? Okay. Alright, sorry, kid. Love you. Bye. I got... I'm sure the sensor can do that. Would love to be wrong. Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be the FX2 is gonna be interesting. I think it's gonna be really interesting also because like this camera is, for it to be a pretty sleeper type camera, it's kind of been leaked like to oblivion at this point. So I wonder, like, with Sony knowing that everybody already kind of, like, Sony already knows everybody's thoughts on the camera before it even comes out. So, like, my question becomes, like, how are, like, what would they do? Like, will they do something about it? Or are they just going to release it as is? All right, I think I'm going to cut the bathroom out. Yeah, we'll cut the bathroom out. And then we will end with a reverse shot of the house. Hold on, y'all. Jarrell, I've been getting work done. I just had to take a phone call. You showed up at the wrong time. Thank you, APC. I'm multitasking. But Jarrell, look, I got 3 talking videos chopped down, and I'm already almost done with this this home tour. So we getting work done. Bro, what's going on with my keyboard? Something just happened. What did I do wrong? What is that? Oh, let's just get rid of that. Somehow I opened up something in Ecamm. That's dope. How long have you been streaming? Since 2:30. So almost 2 hours. So in 2 hours, I've gotten almost 4 videos done. And here in just a second, I will be done. Let's reverse this shot. Bro, are my keyboard shortcuts working? They're not working. What is going on? Reverse clip. Wow, look at that. All right, let's take a look. That shot is ugly, y'all. Yeah, we just gonna lose that one. Boom. Let's go. All right, this one's just about done. So now the last little touch that I do, as I go in, I just clean up all my speed ramps. Just make them smoother. The question, Jarrell, is did you get your edits done? This year, contemplating on getting a Mac for editing, normally a Lenovo Yoga Pro using DaVinci Resolve. I just binged over the weekend. I had 4 2-hour edits. I am burnt on editing as I am currently editing vertical content for my church. Bro. Jarrell did have a lot of edits this weekend. I had baseball all weekend for the oldest. Yeah, I love having my Mac. It's simple, it works. I know PC people have their opinions on us Mac people, but in a genuine way, in a respectful way, I don't care. PC people don't pay my bills, but working on these apples does. Jarrell, Phil, you was doing BTS edits for our event. Phil, you was doing BTS events, BTS edits for our event and interview sessions, plus proofs. for all the interviews did last week, and ensure third-party editors don't mess up color. First time here, just subbed for the new Mavic video you dropped. Hey, what's up, the kid Shadow? Shout out to you. Appreciate the sub. I'm glad you found that video entertaining. I'm always nervous when people watch our clips because I'm like, do they get like a true like vision of like who we are? But that's really awesome. Bro, this looks so smooth. Look at those speed ramps, y'all. So smooth. Boom. All right, I dig that. That one's done. Wow. New project. Home tour 2. Vertical. Hit us, Stephen A. We don't care. Bro, that's the one thing. So like this is like my back office streaming area, and like my memes didn't carry over. It's so annoying. But I need to like take the time to like set them all up. But today is a get work done day. So we are editing today. And I got a slow start because I had to go to the dentist today, and that took longer than I thought it would. Bro, I swear. Sometimes I'll be shooting these houses and I'm like, bro, what was I thinking? Like, what shots was I trying to get? Like, not like in a disrespectful way, but I'm literally like looking at some of these. Also trying to remember what house was what is another issue. The one nice thing is that I do typically have like a pattern. Like I always like to start with like a shot down the hallway going into the main area. So this tells me this was like the start of that house. So I'm gonna take these. I'm gonna say these are all the house. Okay, let's see. Yep, so see, start at the beginning of a house, whip through. Let's make sure this is all the same house. Yeesh. Hey, look, there's me in the mirror. This is also why I don't ever show clients my raw footage, because outside of the edit, this stuff don't be making no sense. How about to shoot a guide for the BF? Do you all have any suggestions for overhead rigs? Oh, Logan, let me show you the one. Oh, Logan, I have the perfect overhead rig. If you're talking about buying one, hold on. It's the one that I have. Let me see if I can find it. Top down rig. Yeah, but dang. Okay, it didn't used to be this expensive, but y'all can see this on my screen. Yo, I would strongly suggest this guy here. As you can see, I bought it back in May 2023, but this thing is amazing. Sits on the tabletop. You can adjust the height. You literally just like connect your camera directly to it. You can adjust where your camera goes. You can shoot top down. You can hold up to 10. I just put a fluid head on there, and then this is what I use for all my top down stuff. And it's so easy. The only thing you got to take into consideration is if you wobble the table, obviously the camera then wobbles with you, but it's so solid that like, even if your table's not like super shaky, it works perfectly fine. What is this? This is a smaller version? Oh, it looks like they made a smaller version. Wait, can you get the discount on the big one? Oh, you can't. Oh, so if you get the smaller version, I'm not sure how much smaller this is. It looks like there's also a $21 discount, so you could actually get it for lower. So, yeah, no, this thing's legit. I'm gonna say, if you're interested and you feel so inclined to, wait, where's the link? Get link. There you go. Copy. If you feel so inclined to get this top down and you guys want to use my affiliate link, which I just threw in the chat, I would really appreciate it. Do you have a video on pricing? I'm an experienced videographer, but I'm new to real estate content. I don't know if I don't think I have a video on pricing. Not that's like just like publicly available. I have an entire guide on real estate that's inside the Creative Fam Academy, where I talk about pricing in there, but I don't think I have a YouTube video where it's on there. Looking to cut from the wide to overhead. Yeah, Logan, that's it's actually something I want to do. Eventually, y'all, the goal for 2026 is to be able to live stream every video I want to do. So when I want to do like an unboxing, I literally am going to live stream it. So I'm building out a few different things that is going to allow me to do that. But that's a big one, is getting a top down. So like I have a top down rig that's like permanently set up in the other room right now. I know I've got drone footage of this house. Hard to go with a Mac Pro for $3,400 for what I can get enterprise laptops. That is killer versus a Mac. That's what people tell me, but like, I don't know. Maybe it's like, I don't know that much about building a PC. I'm really interested in building a gaming PC because I don't know. I just hear it's a really great experience, like playing Call of Duty and stuff like that on a gaming PC. Ain't no comparison. Mac kicks all the in video production. I'll let y'all fight that out in the comments. I'm a proponent of do whatever the heck works. If your PC works, do it. If your Mac works, do it. Just don't try to tell me how to live my life, and we're all good. Another message from inside the Creative Fam Academy. Ezra says, hey, my ideal client worksheet is done. One of our mentors. Cool. Thanks. Logan says, I have a PC, but hate doing creative tasks on it. It's more for gaming and the occasional extra rendering machine if I have a bunch of things to toss into the media encoder. Yeah. Yeah, if I bought a PC, it would just primarily be for gaming, possibly streaming. But like the Mac Mini is so good at just doing like streaming and stuff that I'd probably like game on the PC and then send the games over like via like a video card, capture card into the Mac Mini and just stream from that. So then that way I could also use Ecamm. I think she spoke in this house. Is this the first house? This is that house. Yeah, this is a shot of her. What the hell was I doing here? Yo, I think I reverse shot. Oh no, here it is. Bro, I think I did do a reverse shot, but I caught it. I think that's what this is. You gotta go with the 50, 70 or above to match at least the max on GPU performance. Oh, okay. Ron and APC are having their own conversation, I think, about computers. I don't know what. I don't know. I've got 30 minutes. I got 30 minutes to try to chop this thing down. Let's see if we can do it. Because I got to get ready to go to... My son has baseball practice tonight. What is the best practice for closing retainer clients, and how long do you typically retain clients? Contract terms, 3 months is my average, and then I just renew every 3 months. After I've worked with you for a year, then we just go month to month after that. It's been sort of my experience. I don't even bother. Like, we just do month to month after that point, which I have 2 clients that are like that. And then I have a client right now who's on a 3-month deal. They're on their 3rd one. But yeah, I normally do them in ranges of 3 months, just so that way also, like, if I need to renegotiate price, I have like a solid reason to do so. So it just makes things a little bit easier. Bro, look at that rolling shutter. Eee, that's ugly. I have to do something about that. That sucks. Do y'all see that? It's hard to see, but I can see it. It's that banding. Oh, it's one of the benefits of a global shutter, but I am not taking a Komodo out for most of these houses. Not for a real estate house. I've done it for like a listing video. Bro, that's a little sickening. Bro, I was trying to have way too much fun with some of these shots. How long are you holding on to footage? These hard drives are stacking up. Bro, Logan, this is like probably my biggest weakness as a creator. I keep everything almost forever. Even like, you know, like little Instagram reels and stuff like this, and like YouTube videos and B-roll. Like, I keep it all. And that's the reason why, like, I've got an 18 terabyte drive right here. I've got a 122 terabyte NAS right here. I've got a 12 terabyte drive right here. And then I've got just a stack of SSDs in the corner over there. Like, hard drives are definitely the bane of my existence. Synology actually reached out to me today, and they have some new product they have coming out, and they were like, would you be interested? I was like, yep, 100% I'm interested. Anybody who's gonna give me free storage, I'm taking it now. I remember I turned down Ugreen one time, and it's like one of the biggest regrets I ever had with like brand deals. Well, when it comes to brand deal, like brand integrations, was that I didn't take that Ugreen integration. Cause boy, oh boy, talk about taking an L. That would have been real nice to have. Oh, I just got the same shot again. Yeah, that's a much better shot. Yep, sometimes it's better to get the same shot twice. Second one's so much better. Oh, here's another one of those crazy orbit shots. Where are we at? The bedroom? Yeah, I don't like that shot at all. Delete that. Show the outside. How come you go month to month after a year, usually 3 to 6 or yearly? I don't know. It's just what's worked for me. It's not like it's like a thing that I like set in stone, but it's like I do like 3 months. I've done 3 months. I did 3 months, and after we got to a year, it just became easier just to be like, all right, cool, yeah, we'll just go month to month after this. Because if I'm being fully transparent, like I get bored. So like even with like some of these real estate clients, like I love them. They're great people. They're awesome people, and I love helping them in their business. But like some of this stuff, like how many Instagram reels do I really want to shoot? You know what I mean? So like at this point, if they wanted to go their own, go a different direction, like it'd kind of be okay. I don't know. It's just me. I don't know. Just my deal. I've been told I hate money, so maybe I'm making the wrong decision there. But also, I just do what's best for me in the moment. But also, when you get locked into like 3-month contracts, 6-month contract, 1-year contracts, you also lock yourself into not being able to charge anymore. And what the lesson I learned with inflation is you need to be able to negotiate your price, because the deal that you write them at the beginning of the year, let's just take travel, right? Let's say you got to travel an hour there and an hour back to go shoot the job, which in Houston is very likely because everything is like an hour away in Houston. The cost for me to travel to you at the beginning of the year contract and at the end of the year contract is going to be drastically different because the cost of gas alone has gone up, right? And then the cost of everything is kind of going up. So like if I'm charging you, just to make it easy, like $100 to do this job, $100 at the beginning of the year is not as valuable as $100 at the end of the year because the cost of things go up as the project goes up. So it's easier for me to be able to renegotiate prices or tell them that, hey, when we move into the next quarter or the next deal, the packages are going to change or what I offer needs to change. Like, for example, I told you guys with this client here, I used to do all of her posting and I hated it, but I was in a retainer, so I had no choice but to do it. So then when it came time to renew her retainer, I just straight up said like, hey, at this time, I'm no longer going to be offering posting, as we get ready to go into the next cycle. So it might be a good idea for you to look for somebody who can manage your social media and do all of your posting, because doing her posting was requiring so much time that not that I wasn't being compensated for the time, but I just didn't want to do it. And I believe that like if you're gonna pursue a creative endeavor, like it's a blessing to be able to pursue a creative endeavor as a career path. So you should enjoy it, you should love it. And the day that you wake up multiple days in a row and you hate what you're doing, you really should look for a way to make a change. Because if I want to do a job that I hate, there are jobs that pay way more than what I'm making right now that I hate. I don't do this job specifically just for the money. I do it because I enjoy it. So that's just sort of my take on it. Brandon, do you have a partner shooter to handle / do jobs? Do you have a partner shooters to handle do jobs you're interested in? I don't know what that means. That was me until I got a camera. Editing had me burnt out. Yeah. I think APC, I think you're asking, do I have a partner who to do jobs that I don't want to do? So here's the problem. At least this has been my problem. I haven't really found a solution for this. A lot of people who want to work with me want to work with me. They're not hiring me because I shoot video or that I'm a videographer. They are hiring Brandon. They want to work with Brandon. And I built my business that way on purpose, because I don't want people to want to just work with me because I shoot video. I want you to work with me because I'm me. Because one, I can charge you what I want to charge you. And then two, I don't have to deal with can you make my video look like this other person? It's like, no. You're hiring me for me. So you better know who I am if you want to work with me. The problem with that then becomes when I try to pass projects off to other people, some clients, a lot of clients, will then be like, well, I feel like I'm getting discount Brandon, which I don't want them to feel that way either. And so if they can't get me, then they kind of get turned off. So what I have learned is that if I have somebody shoot on my behalf, they end up just looking at the project and going, man, well, Brandon, is this how you would have done it? Versus just 100% passing the work off. Because also, if the person who shoots it on my behalf drops the ball, then I end up having to pick it up and doing the work anyway. So most of the time, if I'm not going to take the project, I will 100% give the project to somebody else. Like, for example, I hope this isn't putting his business out there, but I have a client that I gave Jarrell, a few years ago, who's a retainer client for him, pays him every single month. I didn't want to do his thing, but I also didn't want to be involved. So I was like, look, I can't take on your project, but I know somebody who can. I 100% hand it over to Jarrell and let him do it. I don't talk to this client. I don't want anything to do with it, because I also don't want, I didn't think Jarrell would drop the ball, but if the client was a pain in the butt or if it was too much work, then I didn't want to be in the mix at all, because I just didn't want the headache. Like I said, I love what I do and I want to keep it that way. Hey, what's the podcast called again? Uncensored? Yes, Millie Views. It is called Uncensored. It's on this channel. If you go to this channel and you go to the playlist, you'll find it. Who asked me? Do you always shoot log for real estate? Typically. Only because there's just so many different colors and I want to get the most dynamic range so I can preserve those windows. See how you can see out of those windows? You can see the trees out there. Those windows don't really matter as much, but these here, these matter a lot. And so in order to preserve the windows, I just find that shooting in log is just helpful. All right, y'all, I got just a few more minutes to try to knock this out. What happened there? What did I do? Tristan says, I want the Laowa 10mm 0D for the FX3, but I would only use it for real estate. Yeah, that's literally the only reason why I bought it. Specifically for real estate. If I didn't have these real estate clients on retainer, probably wouldn't have bought it. But I mean, for shooting vertical real estate content, it's so nice. because you still get the full width of the room even in a vertical state, which is hard to do with any other lens. APC said, we appreciate the business. We are approaching business differently. I'm building as a team company where we have some SOPs, so results are similar and more growth. No, I totally understand that. APC, I did it that way for a really long time. Like, I built up like a full team, had multiple editors, had a full-time producer on staff. I went that rabbit hole before, but what I realized was that it took up so much of my time working the business and, like, you know, being a manager and all of that, that I lost out on being able to be like a YouTube creator too. Like, so like my YouTube suffered a lot during that time period, and I enjoy doing this. So I am building it. I'm building my business to support the lifestyle that I want to live, not building a business just for the sake of building it to grow forever and to make, you know, as much money as it possibly can and like all these things. Like, I'm good. My family's good. My kids are good. They're able to do their extracurricular activities. My wife works. So like, literally it's just about I'm finding my balance of happy. And whenever I find that balance of happy, I want to stay there. Because when I find that when I start pushing and trying to overexert, that's when I start to lose my happiness. And when I lose my happiness, I lose my creativity, and then everything starts to sort of crumble a little bit. And so like, it is a balancing act. I am not telling anybody that you have to structure your business the way I have. I have figured out formulas and strategies that work for me that allow me to make as much money as I want to make. And if I need to make more, then I can turn up the dial and I can make more. Or if I want to make a little less, then I can turn down the dial and make a little less, but enjoy some free time. So it's just how I personally like to structure my stuff. You ain't got to listen to me. You ain't got to do what I say. You can 100% do it your way. Does the 10 millimeter have autofocus? No, it is a fully manual lens. But at 10 millimeters, as you can see on a lot of these shots, almost everything is in focus. Once you set it to like just under infinity, just about everything is in focus. And like, even when you're walking through, like you can see like this one here, I'm pretty sure I shot this one at like f2.8. Like, everything is basically in focus because it's so wide. So once you set it to like almost infinity, it's almost everything stays in focus, even for real estate. The only time you got to be careful is like when you're like, if anybody gets close to the lens. When people start getting closer to the lens, especially like the center, then you are going to need to adjust your focus. Logan, I don't think they do. I could be wrong. They have a 10 to 18 for Sony E-mount. Manual focus for the Z-mount. I don't even see an E-mount version on Amazon. I could be wrong. They have a 9 millimeter. I don't even see the Sony E-mount on Amazon. It could be on their website. You might want to double check though. Larry said, you shoot this on Canon? Yes, sir, I did. Oh, they do have an AF for email. Oh, that's sick. Oh, it's out of stock though. That sucks. I didn't know they had that. That's cool. Bro, my computer is starting to trip out. What is happening? My mouse is like freezing up. I wonder if we've been streaming for too long. Oh, there we go. All right, let's run it. I did just shoot with the Insta360 X5 just to test it. It's way better at low light than the X4. I like doing FPV drone real estate. It's nice to send out. Wait, you fly your FPV drone through the house? That's pretty sick. What is the issue here? I start out wide and then fly through. That's not the clip I wanted. The clip I'm looking for is this one. How's the real estate market in Houston? It's pretty nuts here in San Diego. Real estate market in Houston is wild. It is so booming. Texas is just booming as a state in general, but it is the only problem is our cost of living is really low. So the amount of money, like you can't charge like LA rates here, but you can definitely get a consistent group of clients out here because they will. There's a lot of agents out here, and now that like social media is so big, they all need like they all need that Instagram reel and yada yada yada. Ooh, that looks jarring. Maybe I just take this slower and then just speed ramp all the way into the next shot. But the shot is starting still. Oh, that's why it looks so jarring. So let's wait till it's moving. And then start slow on the pullback. And then we'll speed it up. Let's see, our last motion was going backwards. This has been Beast. Gonna go stream COD for a bit before this game. Hey, all right, Dallas. Oh, Dallas, I didn't know you stream too. Where do you stream at, Dallas, before you dip out? Let me know where you do your streaming at, Dallas, if you're still here. I'll definitely go check you out. I didn't know you streamed COD. I'd love to see another gamer doing their thing so I can check it out and see what it's actually like. Because we're not even gamers. I'm still trying to figure out our gaming stream, but we're getting there. I think I'm gonna lose this shot altogether. Let's go with some regular speed for a minute. There we do. Hit that. Boom. Boom. So tired of everything being speed ramped. Hit them with one last speed ramp. Tristan says, I'm trying to stream making music on Twitch. Trying to configure my setup has been a challenge. I think I might need Ecamm. Dude, Ecamm is really legit. I mean, we use it every stream. It's what I'm currently using right now. It's super customizable. If you use code uncensored, I think you get like 2 months off or something like that. I can't even remember. They set us up with like an affiliate deal, but I'll be honest with you, I'm really bad at affiliates too. Just like actually going through the process of like setting them up and all that. But it's already set up at least. But yeah, if you are interested, if you use code uncensored, I think you get like something like 2 months free or something like that. I can play my music from a DAW app to route through it. Yeah, you might just need like a, so like I did a stream the other day where we were making music, and the one thing that like we kept running into was like how we get the music in. I think I know the solution, and it might be a 2-computer situation, or the easiest way might be a 2-computer situation. So if you have 2 computers, you could use one computer to stream from, like a Mac Mini, use the other computer to actually make the music on, and then you route one computer into the other computer. Oh, shout out, new subscriber. You use one computer to route into the other computer in order to send what you're doing on the first computer to the second computer. That could be what works, but I'm still figuring it out. So I will keep testing it, and I will keep you posted, Tristan. I have a M4 Mac Mini and a MacBook right next to it. Yeah, so that would definitely work for you then. Yeah, use one computer to create the music on, and then use the other computer to do the streaming. I think to do the audio. Because the problem with making music through the same computer that you're streaming from is that your microphone needs to go into one, the microphone needs to stream. You need a microphone for the streaming, and then you need another microphone for the program. But if you're using the program if you're using the microphone to make the music in one program, you then can't also run that same microphone into the streaming platform. So, I won't say Apple Box game. Hey, look, I'm actually not that short. I don't know why they love to I'm not tall, but I'm not that short. But they do love to roast me. And you know what? I really don't care. I have been made fun of for being short my entire life. If you think I didn't make it through high school hearing that mess, I just learned how to have tall friends, yo. Maybe let's put this. Oh, maybe we can put it right here. I think it needs to end earlier, like that. Okay, this is feeling okay, but I definitely feel like it's still a little choppy. I'm gonna need to make some adjustments, but I gotta get ready to run. I've been getting so many gems from tuning into your streams in the past few weeks. Dude, I'm glad you're feeling that way, Tristan. That's honestly the reason why I do it. I just want to make, it's so much easier just to answer questions in real time while I'm live than it is to try to try to make YouTube videos even sometimes. So if there's any way I can help anybody, feel free, reach out. Send me your questions when I'm live. I'd be happy to answer your questions in real time. And if you ever need buying, advice or anything like that, I am here, especially when I'm live. And then obviously tune in on Fridays when we actually shoot our shows. We have so much fun doing our show on Friday. That's when me and Jerome really get a chance to act a fool. So, all right, y'all. This edit is in a decent spot. It's not perfect. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 base edits done in 2 hours. 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. We got 5 base edits done. I'm feeling good. But it is time to take a micro break while I go take my son to baseball practice. Probably won't be editing for the rest of the day, but I'll edit tomorrow. I'm speaking for Ecamm tomorrow. Actually, if you go to, if you guys want to come and support, it's all virtual, but let me go to Ecamm's website real quick. It is called Grow. No, what is it called? What is Ecamm's event called? Why is it not on their page? That's so wild. Let's go to Instagram. Let's maybe go to Instagram. I'm sure they have it publicized on their Instagram. They better. Let's see. Ecamm. Bro, what is it called? Oh, it's called Leap Into Video. Leap Into Video. Ecamm. Let's see if that pops up. Yeah, here we go. So yeah, tomorrow I am speaking on gear and live streaming. Here is the link. I just threw it in the description. If y'all want to go check out, their website, And you can see I'm speaking tomorrow at 1 o'clock Central Standard Time. Talking about gear. It's gonna be a good time. So I'll probably live stream either before that or after that here on this channel. But y'all, it's been real hanging out with y'all. About to go take my kiddo to practice. We'll try to do more of these chilling streams. Just put on some music, vibe. Jarrell, enjoy the rest of your day, my boy. When you're hop on and watch the stream when you're done. Oh, Dallas, is it just your YouTube channel? Because if it's just your YouTube channel, yeah, let me go see if I can look that up real quick. Can I click on your channel? Go to channel. Nah, Dallas, where's your... Dallas, where do I actually watch your stream? What the heck is that? Tickle fit. I don't know what that means. Let's see if I can't find your stream. Are you on Twitch? Oh, that's your YouTube channel. Oh, don't think too much about it. Oh, okay. No, bro. I'm going to check it out. I just found it. Oh, dude, that's so sick. I didn't even know you gamed like that. Oh, yeah. I'm checking out one of your streams right now. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to check you out. All right, brother. You take it easy. Logan, take it easy. Larry, take it easy. Jarrell, y'all take it easy. Tristan, it was real. Everybody else who's been silent, who's just been vibing with us, it's been great hanging out with y'all. I will catch you guys later. If I can figure out how to end my stream.